Okay, hello everybody. Hopefully you can hear me well and this live is going to be successful. So today I would like to continue very interesting topic about moon in the same element in synastry. And today I would like to focus on Earth moons. You know, guys, but before I jump into this topic, I would like to answer some questions from previous live stream because sadly I was outside my office and I didn't have my laptop with me. But today I would like to really answer first questions from previous live stream, and then we can get back to this really great topic, I believe. So, first question from previous live stream was that if someone has their moon in Cancer and the other person has their moon in Libra in 4th house, now do they act or work the same as the same sign? You know, this is really interesting observation, I have to tell you, because what we are really doing here in these live streams is that I am being very general because, you know, I speak for white public, and I really cannot read like whole synastry chart for you. But what we are really doing is that we are picking up only one aspect, or you know, really just a part of what is really going on, and it is not that it will tell us the whole story of the couple. Okay, so in this case or in this scenario, we could definitely tell that moon in Libra in 4th house, which is really your partner's moon, is very much compatible to your moon, which is indeed in the water sign. There's definitely flavor. Whoever has moon in the 4th house, it is very important placement. So in a sense, we can definitely tell that there is indeed also very much compatibility in these moons, even though it will not be visible in synastry grid. But from this question you can see how complex synastry is, and we really have to consider everything, not only moon sign but moon aspects and moon placements. Okay, now another question from previous live stream, or you know, own analysis, is that water moons are very sensitive and moody. Sometimes men with moon in Cancer, for example, can come across very weak due to over emotions. You know, maybe you would disagree with me, but I always think that moon in Cancer men are weak. I believe that it is complete opposite, because we really cannot forget that moon in Cancer people, that Cancer is cardinal sign. That means that yes, sometimes we can perceive these people, or especially our loved ones who have moon in Cancer, that they are moody. But first of all, these people are very strong, and I would like, you know, never underestimate or underrate people who have moon in Cancer, because you know, whatever they are going through, they are capable to overcome it. Okay, and don't forget that moon in Cancer, however sensitive this moon is, we really cannot forget that these people, you know, are very protective, and sometimes I get confused when I see people who have like moon in Capricorn and moon in Cancer, because you know, on the outside they work very much alike, because moon in Cancer doesn't show emotions. Okay, everything is very much internalized with moon in Cancer. So really I don't agree that these people are weak, or men with moon in Cancer, these people are great businessmen. Okay, now another question from previous life, it was about, will an Aquarius moon in 4th square Pluto make this moon sign more watery? how would you interpret the emotional needs comfort of this? So, Moon in Aquarius square to Pluto makes this moon watery in the first place, and another added layer is that this moon is in the fourth house. This of course means that this moon is very watery, but not only in a very comfortable sense, because whoever has moon square Pluto is very emotional, but these emotions are rather repressed. These emotions, they tend to be avoided, especially these emotions are buried. And whoever has moon square Pluto in their own natal chart is a person who has been through a lot. And this typically starts with family, with original family, or if you will, you can believe in past lives, but typically there's a lot of trauma buried with these people. And if these people they try to avoid this emotional pain in this lifetime, I can tell you that life will throw at them very painful experiences, so they can deal with it. So yes, this moon is very watery, but needs are big one, or big theme for whoever has not only moon in the fourth house, but especially with moon square Pluto, because these people are very needy, are very attached to loved ones, and they typically cannot let go. Okay, so once you are committed to this type of people, or once they trust you, it is very difficult for them to let go. But moon square Pluto is worth to do one separate live stream, because it's such a huge topic. Okay, now, are water moons and fire moons compatible? So in my opinion, no. Okay, but that's just me. But this is typically how it works in Synastry, that water moons are sensitive, they're protective, but they very much analyze and feel their own. With water moons is that they are very easily hurt, and trust me on this, that quickly as fire moon. Okay, because fire is all about actions, or speaking before thinking. No offense, but these people are very quick in solutions, in how they come across in life, and they are warm and sensitive themselves, but they are somehow able to cope with their emotions successfully and quickly. Now I'm talking about fire moon, but fire moon, just one slightest comment to water moon can hurt water moon like forever, or for a couple of weeks. And this is where I see typical misunderstandings of these moons. Okay, now she said earlier that fire moons are too straightforward with their words to the water moon. Sadly true. Yes. Okay guys, so these were questions from previous live stream, and today and now I would like to focus on those who have Earth moons in Synastry. And I have my flip chart with me, so we will go one by one. And I had this idea that I will really write these things for you, because I like to be systematic with my Virgo rising. So first of all, if you have your moons in Earth signs in Synastry, and your moons really don't create trine or aspect, don't worry about it. This only means that your Earth moon and their Earth moon are in very different degrees, and they are wide apart. However, this still counts, and you both will feel the effect of these Earth moons in Synastry, and you know, actually these Earth moons, even if they don't create an aspect, will become very important for you and for your relationship, because you have similar sense how you deal with life, how you deal with things, what are your values, because you know, whoever has Earth, Moon values are big themes for them, and these people are really very similar. That's why when I read Synastry chart, I always start with birth charts, because you know, I can learn there what is your moon about, and really your moon is not only your sign but also aspects and placement of the moon. And you know, this will be very daring from me, but from my practice, I can tell you that aspects are even more felt and placement of the moon than sign of the moon alone. And it is because you will be very influenced by moon sign. Okay, so if you have your moon like in Taurus, then your moon will indeed trine someone's moon who has moon in Virgo and Capricorn. You know, maybe I would like to stop here, and let's try just in a few words to introduce you who has moon in Virgo, what's important for them, etc. So if you know someone who has moon in Virgo, yes, oftentimes these people are clean and like to live in a clean surroundings, because these Virgo traits that are common for everyone who has moon in Virgo. But I believe that this is not the most important thing you need to know about moon in Virgo, because if you have moon in Virgo, you are the person. And you know, as much as I have studied Virgo, I came to conclusion that Virgo, if you have some let's say prominent traits of Virgo in your chart, you really want to please people, and you really want your people, your close people, to feel happy with you. Okay. Now, Virgo as a sign, and especially with moon in Virgo, which is really that very personal placement, every moon placement is personal, means that these people, they might have self-esteem issues, okay? And this is very common with moon in Virgo. Somehow they don't feel that they are worthy, and this is mainly connected to the area or to placement of the moon in their birth chart. So you know, what this moon in Virgo needs is that they really need to feel that they can serve you in any way, but on the other hand, they really need to feel that appreciation of what they are doing for you. And I'm telling you, Virgo sign is also a sign of the healers, okay? So really, you would be surprised how many healers have these Virgo traits, because you know, these are the people who will not let you down. So I really like this moon. Okay. Now, with moon in Taurus, this is obviously another very secure and stubborn moon to be in, and whoever has moon in Taurus is really capable to do or achieve a lot in life, because these people are all about security. Because you know, when we think about it this way, that Taurus really rules second house, which is really money house, income, and that's why typically moon in Taurus finds comfort in even luxury things, right? They really like to good food. Okay, so you might have like problems, small problems with white if you have moon in Taurus, because you like good food, good restaurants, spa, wellness. This is all fantastic for moon in Taurus. And if you want to, you know, please these people, or you know, to impress these people, you should definitely take them to that very beautiful restaurant. On the other hand, these people are very easygoing, and this is what I love about Moon in Taurus, because you know, they are very stable. This is another great feature of Moon in Taurus, but they are really easygoing. So you know, they don't like huge time for them to shout at you or to scream at you. You know, they are typically very calm, and that's why living with someone who has Moon in Taurus is fantastic. Capricorn Moon, actually lately I've been searching about Moon in Capricorn a lot more, because I know a few people who has this placement, and you know, you would be surprised how Moon in Capricorn people are sensitive. But somehow, and it all starts with our original family, they have been trained or raised that it is not very appropriate to show how they feel, to even talk about their emotions, because Moon in Capricorn people are driven to really succeed in life and to achieve a lot. That's why it is really no accident that another cardinal house, which is really 10th house, is ruled by Capricorn and their rule of Saturn, and these people are very ambitious. And if you know someone who has Moon in Capricorn, these people are ready to do whatever it takes to get where they want to get. Typically, you can find these people in large corporations, and they are really willing to put hard work into whatever they want to achieve. You know, they are hard workers of the zodiac. Okay, so you know, Moon in Capricorn can be, of course, about status and you know, nice car and really things that are visible from the outside. But sometimes, especially if we have some difficult aspect to Moon in Capricorn, we can find that these people just feel unworthy, and that's why they like to overcompensate on the outside, okay, because they really need that validation from the outside. But of course you have to check their birth chart first. But what these three Earth moons have in common is that they are really stable. So if you end up having a relationship with someone who has Moon in the Earth sign, trust me on this, that this can really be a commitment. Actually, all of these moons, they crave commitment. That's why, you know, when I see a couple, when I read clients' Synastry chart, and I see that this couple both have Moon in the same element, like one has Moon in Taurus and another has Moon in Capricorn, I'm sure that they both take it seriously. Because this is actually what, you know, Earth people do. They are really grounded, practical, but on the other hand, they are loyal. So this is loyalty card, okay? If you are looking for a long commitment, definitely whoever has Moon in the Earth sign is a good match for this one, okay? Of course, downside for all of these moons, especially for Capricorn and Taurus, is that, you know, they really need a lot of time to commit. So initial stages of dating for these people, it is very slow, right? And if you compare this type of moons with fire moons, which are very impatient people typically, they really don't have time for this, okay? But you know, these type of moons, all of them, all three, they can definitely enjoy interaction, and they can typically be friends with you, and this can actually last quite few weeks. Okay, now interesting thing is that it is really Virgo and Capricorn, and these both signs make sextile to Scorpio moon. And I really like this one because this is actually what they have in common. Needs a lot of time to open up emotionally to someone and to really commit to someone. Scorpio moon is of course and also fixed sign, okay? So these people are also very stable, loyal and grounded in a sense when it comes to commitments, and this is what they have in common, okay? So I really love like astrology works because you really see the same things that are visible or that are very much applicable also for another sign. So to wrap it up a bit, all of these three Earth moons, they create sextile with these signs. Okay, so you can write it somewhere because this is very interesting. And once again, if you don't have this one, if I don't know, you have moon in Capricorn and your partner has moon in Pisces and grid, it is because you have your moon on very far degrees from their moon in grid, but it still counts because you will still feel the support of their moon, okay? So it is really how it works, but you know, don't apply this for like every planet in Synastry because moon is ever changing, right? You have moon in the same sign for 2.5 days and then it moves to another sign. That's why I would say that these are my observations, but these don't work for every planet, okay? So we can apply this only for a moon because moon is what we feel the most in a relationship. And yeah, especially in a relationship, when we are with someone, we really feel our moons. So if you have moon in Virgo and you meet someone who has moon in Cancer, you will click. You will click. You will, of course, will not be able to really, you know, verbalize it why this is going on, but there is that supportive side of each of you, and you can really go very well together. Okay, so really it is very interesting because each sign can be complementary to each other. Like Taurus is very protective of what they have, you know, of their loved ones and of their assets. And very same can be said about Cancer. And you see, that's why they create sextile, because this is the area of life where they understand each other, and that's why this relationship can be successful in the long run. Okay, now you would wonder what Taurus people have similar to Pisces, right? Because Pisces are ruled by Neptune and are very nebulous and are really not on Earth, you know. Funny thing is that I have one friend and she's Pisces sun, but she also has like Mercury in Pisces and, you know, planets in aspect to Neptune, and she told me funny thing that most of the time she is not present, right? Because but if you have like a strong Pisces in your chart, you really like to be in the clouds, okay? And this is what moon in Pisces can actually make you, that you really feel the best, etc., which is very opposite to Taurus. But you know, there are still similarities, right? Because Taurus people, as I have told you, are very calm and they really don't like to step into the conflicts, and easygoing people, easygoing, outgoing, and oftentimes they are popular because because they really like to get along. And the very same can be said about Pisces people, and this is the trait that they have in common. I don't want to say that they don't want to hurt anyone, but this is how really I would like to put it. But obviously, probably no one wants to hurt anyone, no matter the sign. But these people, they are very kind. Okay. Now, about Virgo and Scorpio, I have talked a little bit. As you can see, Virgo, Moon in Virgo, creates sextile to Moon in Cancer. This is also a water sign here, and you know, I believe that Virgo, Moon in Virgo, or Virgo people are very much underrated, and it's such a shame, because my experience with Virgos is that they have so much to offer. They are smart, they can work hard, but they really don't know how to sell themselves, right? If we take someone who has you know, really strong sell themselves, even if they don't have enough knowledge, but they don't know how to do it. But with Virgo people, they still feel like they are not good enough. This feeling of being good enough can be brought into their life by Cancer, because Cancer, and this is what I people who can really provide comfort and look after you, okay? And this will go vice versa with Virgo, because Virgo people, they like to provide service for you, and Cancer people, they like to really look after you and take care of you. And that's why there is that sextile, because there's that mutual care of each other, and I believe it's really beautiful. You know, really, if you want to live with someone, you really have to explore Moon. Now, lastly, Capricorn, Earth sign, creates sextile to Pisces and Scorpio. And you know, I have talked about Scorpio a little bit, but when it comes to Pisces, as you can see again, we have Pisces here, but Pisces, I believe the reason why this is happening with Capricorn is that Capricorn will ground Pisces, okay? And this is what I also told to my friend, which is very Piscean, girl, that she has a husband and he has Capricorn sun, but some other stuff as well, and this is what she needs in life. She needs to be grounded, but by someone who is more practical. And that's why Pisces can benefit actually from Capricorn, because Capricorn will work hard to really assure that Pisces can live comfortable life. On the other hand, Pisces will really enrich Capricorn's life, because they will really melt their heart. It is not that, you know, Moon in Capricorn is that heartless person, no way, but you know, to really let their guards down, because Capricorn is all about achievements, and it is not easy for Moon in Capricorn to really just let things be the way they are, and let's just wait how it will all work out, okay? Because Pisces will tell you, you know, let's wait, let's chill, it will all work out the way it should be, and so on. So there is very no action, because Pisces are typically more passive, but Capricorn is here to really learn how to chill out, and Pisces are here to believe that Pisces are able to really open spiritual world to Capricorn, because Capricorn can be still a very spiritual sign, and I believe that they can really find even, you know, it will be one of their interests to really explore their soul and spirituality, but this can happen only later in life because Capricorn really needs to be sure that they are safe financially and with their property, but only but after then they are really open to also explore things or world that is not so visible. Okay guys, if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the comment section below, and I will answer all your questions. And next week we can continue with another moon. I will decide if it's gonna be air or fire. And for today, I wish you a very nice day and also a very good week. Bye bye.